Hey, what's up, guys? Chili from Motown with you today. I hope I got a stream. Yeah, I got a stream. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see if we can refresh that. Let's go over here. Hey, what's up, guys? Chili from Motown. Glad you guys could join in today. I'd just like to give a shout out to the Crouch Nation LFC crew this morning. They had an awesome, they did an awesome job. They had some good profits in that today. I just give a shout out to them. Sorry I was not able to attend. Been tied up all weekend with an inventory, and we are finally got finished for the day. So I was going to go ahead and do a little practice session. Haven't been out here since maybe Thursday evening, I believe it was. So I don't think I had a chance to get out here Friday, Saturday, and then today is the first time I've been out here in, maybe 3 days. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the table and get started. I got a $1,000 bankroll, and I'm just going to try a couple of different betting methods and, just practice rolls. So, yeah, if you guys are interested, hang out with me. So I got the $1,000 bankroll, as everybody can see, and I've got a, hang on just a minute, sorry about that. Let me make sure that I've got, I think I'm good. Just want to make sure that my chat's coming through. Maybe or maybe not. Go right there and do a refresh on that. Okay, yep, so it's coming through. Okay, so it is coming through, so we're in good shape there. All right. Just gonna go right here and do a little bit of practicing. Start out with a, of course, the 3, 2, 3, 6 is the dice set. I've got a $1,000 bankroll. I'm going to start out today with just a standard $25 ATS, $10 pass line. Probably have to lose this jacket. I got a little jacket on. It's a little cool in my area. And I can lose that jacket. It's not so cold out here where I'm at. So here we go. So we're going to start out with them two right there. Now, if I ever had a roll as George had today in the LFC, that would probably be enough to last me for a long while. I think it was a 65 rolls, maybe mixed into 65 rolls that I can remember was one come out 7. All right, so 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. That's right. Okay, we got a 1, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 6. We got a 1, 3, 4 left dice implosion. I'm gonna put these right here. All right, so we wasn't working any kind of bets, but our first bet we're going to do a 220 inside. Look for one hit. So I got to set the point. There's a 4. Go ahead and set the point up, and okay, there we go. Now that should feed in. Yeah, that's feeding in. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Nice route. 4, 4, hard way 8. This is a primary hit. 4, 4, hard 8, primary. We mark that as a primary, and that's a $70 winner. We're going to pay it this way. 40, 50, 60, 70. Dollar went 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We're going to take this one in fives because we're going to do this number. All right, the hard 8, we got 220 up. So the very first $60 pays 220. So we're going to rack our 220 back up. And then we're going to spread 240, we're going to spread 64 across. This is going to leave $6 profit. But we're going to put the 10 on odds. There we go. That's how we do that. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Nice route. 5, 6 yo on the axis. Double pitch. We hit a yo. All right, so that pays nothing, but we have nothing. We have no coverage on the yo. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Nice route. 6, 4, 10. Left dice exploded. We hit a 10. We got $10 on it. So it pays 18. First hit is a collect. First hit's a collect. There's 18. We're just going to pay 18. It pays 18. And mark for 10. Alright, here we go. Nice route. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. One aces. Left dice implosion. Aces. We have no coverage on aces, so this pays nothing. Nice route. Yep. I felt when I threw that dice that I threw them too high. 5, 2, 7. Right dice, it actually exploded. 5, 2, 7. So we moved right in line with our normal SOR on the 6. So, you know, it's the first shot in a while, but that's no excuse to have him coming out with a low roll like that. Alright, so we start this up again. We're going to go ahead with the $10 pass line. We're going with the $25 ATS. Alright, we're going to put our 220 out. And it's to be decided at the point right yet if we're working to come out. But, alright, 220 up. We're not going to work to come out. We're just going to play straight out. Make it up and off. Up and off. Alright, 2, 4, 6. This is an on axis single pitch, 2, 4. Rule's not working, so we're going to take the 60 that's here and put it in odds. Mark the 6 there. Hey, what's up, Robert? What's going on, my man? See, you've been trying them cross 6s again. I like the cross 6s, especially if I start having a lot of on-axis hits. Then I can change to that set and utilize those horn bits. 145. 145, left dice imploded. We hit a 5, so here again. So we've got our initial hit, which was 70. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, and I'm going to do it like that. There's the $70 pay for the 220 that was up. So one hit was for 220, and then spread all the way across 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. All right, I had too much money up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. All right, so I paid myself 80 instead of 70, but I'll give it back. So this time we get to collect 8, and we're going to put that in the odds. Yeah, so there we go. So 220 at risk. Hey, what's up, East Coast? So 220 at risk for one hit. That's a $70 profit. We take the 70 and go all the way across for 64 across, and we take our 220 and rack it. And now we're just shooting for house money. You know, we want to let house money make house money. So we do want to stay with a betting strategy that is going to take some profit in. So we are going to use a press and collect method. So we're going to use a press and collect method now. 4-4, hardway 8. That's a primary dice set, primary hit. So it pays 14. So we just give the dealer $1 for 15. This is a collect. We collect this roll. Next roll will be a press. Man, that's sweet, Robert. Sweet. Went with a 5-4-5-4, and you hit the small with 25. Wow, sweet. Yeah, I like to go with somewhat of a better than a 5-5-5 on ATS, just for the opportunities that you have. Like if you notice right now, all I need is a 3. Hold up. I did something wrong, guys. 6, 5, and 8. I've hit a 6, 5, and 8. Hold up, guys. I didn't put my 7 in. 6, 5, 4, 4. When I hit the 7 a while ago, I didn't put it in. So now my new point is a 6, and then I hit a 5, and then I just hit an 8. So now it's right. I didn't put my 7 in a while ago. But yeah, I like using a little bit better than I like to do a little bit better than, say, anything below a 10 on the small and tall for the hedging opportunities. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Nice wrap. Acey Deucey. We've got Ace Deuce 3. This is drift. Both dice are off axis, drift. Mark the 3 right there. 3, 2, 3, 6. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the best thing to do. That's the best way to do it, CFL, because if you get kind of if you get some rhythm and get some practice with different sets, you figure out what works for you. I mean, what works for me might not be the best solution for you. I think that's the thing about figuring out what works for you. And then the same thing goes for the different dice tables. So if it's working on one casino, it might not work in the other one. So having different shots, different sets, adjusting to different things and playing different ways is a very good tool to have in what Jacob calls a toolbox. All right, we got a 6-3-9. 6-3-9. So this would actually be a press. So it's 10 on it, it pays 14. So for $1, we tell him to take us all the way up. So it's going to take us all the way up to a quarter. It's going to take that 9 from 10 all the way to a quarter off of it for $1. And remember, this is house money building house bets. So, you know, we're trying to do this with the house money. We're not trying to invest our money. That's why we're playing a hit and collect, a press and collect type method. We do need to collect some, but we need to press too. All right, we got a 6-4-10. 6-4-10. So we hit this 10 earlier, and this is a collect roll. So for $2, it pays us 20. And this is a collect roll. So it pays 18. So we can drop the dealer 2 for 20, or we can just collect it 18. Either way, it doesn't matter. It still pays 18. All right. So now you see on the tall, all it needs is 11 and a 12. On the small, we need the 2 and the 5. So, you know, we're on track. We're doing all right. Just need to keep it going. Three, hardway 6. That's a primary. That's primary hit. 3-3 hard 6. So it pays 10 on the front, and it pays 12 for the $10 odds. And that would be a press roll, but we hit our point. We hit our point. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Robert. I made a couple of adjustments. One of them is the actual way I pick them up, the grip. Now $10 of that is off the pass line, so I don't have to press with all that. But I'm going to take that's 32. I'm just going to take and press that all the way up to 30. Because that actually was a press roll. So this is $25. I'm going to go ahead and take a green for that. So I want to show you a quick thing that I made. I want to just give here's always, I tried to take my thumb and my finger and keep my thumb as straight up and down as possible, as if you want to consider it perpendicular to the table when I get my grip. But what that causes for my thumb to be completely perpendicular to the dice, it causes my fingers are not even. So if you notice, my pointer finger is always a lot lower. Now this is not a very good example of my pickup because my middle finger is even a lot lower. But I was just trying to give you an example. But what it does, with my fingers being so uneven on the tilts, and they're not like flush right there across the top, it's hard for me to pick them up. So the grip that I started using, that's helped me to a degree, is instead of trying to keep that thumb perfectly vertically perpendicular to the dice, I just pick them up with it tilted more toward the back wall down that way. And what that does, that allows my fingers to go on the dice and be a lot more straight on the back, a lot more even, if you'd call it. But yeah, so I made that little bit of an adjustment. And then one other thing that I've had to make, that I've kind of tweaked, I've always tried my best to keep the back of the edge of the dice perfectly parallel to this wall back here. What I've been trying, what I've seen though, is when I throw, my swing goes at some kind of a different, it's hard to explain, but my hand's not trying to be a rotating, but the swing does. It kind of comes close to the back wall here, and then when I throw, it goes out, and then it comes back in toward the back wall again. So it makes like my swing makes like a circular motion. So one thing that I've tried to do, instead of keeping this edge perfectly parallel with the back wall, I've kind of angled them a little bit. Now when I rear back and throw, they stay more in line. And this is more things that I've just found and tweaked. And this is just coming with, you know, toss after toss after toss after toss after toss, tweaking this, changing that, changing this. So that's where I'm at. I'm hoping that I get a little bit better consistency with my throwing. With my SOR, basically. All right, we got a 6.5 yo. This is a come out yo. That's a front line winner. It marks the ATS number, so all I need is 12 now. So I only need a 12. I need a 12, I need a 4, and I need a 2. So 2 out of the 3 remaining numbers I need are extremes. So what do? What do? I can call those bets off. I can change dice sets. I can play that iron cross and use the cross sixes. So I'm going to play the iron cross, and I'm going to use what money I got on the board. Should be close to enough. There's 25. I'm going to change that for a green. I'm going to put that 20 on the horn, 15 in the field. So, you know, I might have had to put a couple dollars in, but I've got it from this side. So I need so I'm going to play a iron cross, which is 15 in the field, 25 here, 30 here, 30 here, with a $20 horn. And I'm going to go on and go straight on over to the cross sixes, and I'm going to work to come out. And we got a 1-5-6. So this is an on-axis single pitch. 1-5 is an on-axis single pitch. So we hit the 6. It's a come out roll. We hit our 6. That's an on-axis throw. We can just leave the money here. It pays better down here. The 30, I actually pay 36 down here. Up here it pays 35. So it gets you an extra dollar for putting it in the odds right here. But the 35 that we just now made from working the come outs, it's got to repay, it's got to put the field and the horn back up. So we're back up on all that. 6-4, 6-5. Here we go. Yep. So twisting your wrist, tweaking how you start out, just different little things that you have to figure out what works for you. You know, and then, because everything that I do might not actually work for somebody else. You know, everything that George does might not work for me, and everything that you do might not work for Clay and things like that. So everybody has to, you know, figure them little old things out. All right, we got the 5-1-6. Right back. So we made our point. 5-1-6. We hit our point. So the front line winner is basically what you're going to win, because you have to you get 36 on the back for the $30 bet. All right. So you have to re-up you put your odd money back on your 6. You take your $35 and you re-up your field and your horn with the 35 that you just made. So you get to rack $11. So you made $11 off of that. Or I made $11 off that. So I hit my point. Alright. So here we go. We're going to stay with that dice set. 6-4. We're going 6-5. Cross sixes. We're working to come out. We're trying to get that. Yep, we're trying to get that 12. That's right. 3-2-5. 6-4, 6-5. 3-2-5 is an on-axis hit. It's actually an on-axis primary hit. 6-4 and 6-5 right there, and we hit a 3-2-5. That's a primary hit. So again, this 25 makes 35. We put the 15 back up in the field and the 20 back up in the horn. All this betting is really actually allowing us to do is to keep shooting for the horn numbers, and if they come through, Yeah, I'm playing the horn every roll, and the iron cross money is supplying the horn. It's supplying the horn. That way, if I can hit these horn numbers, they pay really good. So that's what I'm doing. I'm playing the horn every time. I'm using the iron cross to supply the horn money. So it's basically the iron cross money is kind of locked in, and if you really, really, really want to hedge this money that's locked in for every roll, you don't have to hedge the horn because this is supplying the horn. But if you want to hedge, say this $100 that you got right here, you can throw a $200 don't 10 or something out there. But I don't even really have to do that because this money that's out here, I started from the very start and I hit with a 220 inside. I hit one hit and then I did pull my 220 down and I used the house money, the $70 first hit profit to spread across and then build those bets. So them bets built from the house side anyway. All right, so I'm using house money to try to win house money. All right, here we go. 6-4, 6-5. Cross sixes on the dice set. Double pitch. This is a double pitch. 617. So I lost it. I lost house money. I collected a couple of hits. So I was able to make a little money. I mean, I don't know exactly where I stand, but let's see what this is. There's 50 right there. I'm going to get 2 greens for that 50. All right, this is house money. I'm just trying to see with the ATS. So right now, whatever white I got here, $8. Subtract that from $125 chip, and that's what I'm down. So I'm actually down $17 total right now. And I have to chalk that up to the ATS money because so every shot that I had right then had potential because I only needed the 12. I only needed the 12, the 2, and the 4. So let me put that 7 in. I didn't put the 7 in, now I did. So okay, so now the 7 is in. So cross sixes will hit 10s. Yeah, it's a single pitch. So that's why I'm saying I really don't want to really lay money on the cross sixes because the 10 and the 4 is a single pitch away. I'll show you what I'm talking about. 6-4, 6-5. Single pitch away. Right there is a single pitch away from a 10, and right there is a single pitch away from a 10. I mean a 4. So if you go and lay money against cross sixes, you might want to do it with the 5-3 or the 8 because well now 8's a single pitch away. There's a single pitch away, so it's really not a good number to lay. 5 is a single pitch away. This a 6 is there and there, a double pitch away. So a 6 might be the closest one you might could lay if you're going to use cross sixes. Every other number on cross sixes is one. Well, let's see what a 9 is. A 9 is actually a primary hit. So the 6 is probably if you was going to lay money when you're using cross sixes, the 6 might be the best one but there's a 6 right there, single pitch away. So every number is a single pitch away. So the cross sixes do not carry a good lay bet. Now they might carry a pretty decent don't bet, or a pretty decent don't pass bet. You know, after you get going like I was going, and right before you change to the cross sixes, you know, run you a $50 don't or something. I mean, you already probably had made enough profit to put a $50 don't out there, let it run over to a number, and then run that $100 iron cross. So, but that's just optional, like I said, because just like I did, I took one hit and I used that money to build house money, and I had enough money after some hits that it would allow me to go and change over to the Iron Cross. And you see, I hit quite a few numbers when I changed over, but the thing was, I could never get on that. Well, I was hitting on axes, but I couldn't get the horns. So if one horn can come, you're going to make substantial amount of profit. You're going to make at least $75, if not $150 off the one row. So yeah, so that's kind of, when I swap over to that style, it's really just trying to finish the ATS off. You know, I'm getting down to only needing some of the extremes. All right, so let's go again. Let's do a $10 pass, a $25 ATS, and let's see if we can get it going again. We're going to go with the now here's something else. If you keeping track of your SOR and your SRR, if you notice, mine is exactly the same. So I know 19 rows is probably not quite enough to tell, but let's say you had, you wait till after about 30 rows and you might can tell more. But if your SOR, that's an indicator whether you should probably be working come outs or not. Because the SRR is all based on come out rows. If you hit a lot of sevens on a come out, you're going to have a very low SRR. But if you have a SRR that matches the SOR, you're having no come out rows. So I'm at this point, it's kind of premature to be able to determine what I've only had 2 shooters. So they don't give me enough data to kind of decide if I should be working come outs. So I'm going to leave them off for now. I'm just going to do a 3-2, 3-6. I'm up and off on the inside. Pass her out. I threw them high. I had a high release on that. I don't like high releases, but I hit a primary hit. 268 is primary. That's a primary hit. I mean, that's really what I was needing when I was throwing them horns. I was needing a primary hit. That way it would have paid me, I would have hit the 12 or I would have hit the aces, and it would have paid me 150. Plus, if I had hit the 12, it would have been the top. All right, so our point's 8. I put my money in odds. 3-2, 3-6. Huh. Right away. 0.7 out, so that stings really bad. Whew. See, that's kind of the difference in not working come outs. Okay. So now that I just lost that 0.7 out, that's kind of the difference. Let me put the 220 back up. There's the 220. I'm gonna put my ATS back up and my front line back up. So I'm back up all the way across. That's kind of the difference that gets you if you don't work come outs, because 0.7 out can get you very quick. All right, so I did hit a 0.7 out. I'm going to come out this time, work the come outs. So let's see if we can work the come outs and have any better success. We got a 1-3-4. So this didn't do us any good to work the come outs because we have nothing working on the outside. I mean, we tried. We worked the come out, so we tried. But we didn't hit anything, so that means we have to leave our money up for another row. Our 220 is exposed for another row. Same scenario, 0.7 out. Wow. Wow, that's 220, 220, bam, bam. That stings hard. That really hurts. So we even worked the come out. We didn't hit nothing but an inside number on the come out or an outside number on the come out, and it cost us big time. There's our 220 back up. Here's our $25 ATS, and here's our frontline money back up. So we're going back up again, and we have to really make up some ground now, because that hurt. That hurt. That's two in a row. Two come out, 2.7 outs in a row. That knocked the ATS down, sucky. But you can see the SRR matches the SOR. Therefore, the come out's not getting us. It's the 0.7 out. So let's try this again. 3236 on the set. Dice her out. Working to come out. 325. Alright. So we made a hit this time. 325. 50 pays us 70. Now this time we're kind of a little bit down. We had 220 that got knocked off twice in a row. So really, is it beneficial to drop all the 64 across, or should we take a chance, leave our 220 up, even press it to a degree, and try to take a couple more hits? So let's move our 50 pitch. We got 35 on it. Why did my OBS cut off? I must be having a poor connection again today. I'm just so sick of this internet I have. What's up, Ace? What's going on, Ace? Anyway, it said OBS successful connection, so I don't know if I lost connection or what. I don't seem to have too much of an unstable stream. It shows I only dropped like 119 frames. I've been on for like 40 minutes. Okay, so I hit a 10. I got 35 on it, so it's going to cost me $2 and it's going to pay 70. Alright, so it pays 70 for $2. Let's press them. Let's shoot our, let's try to go up a little bit further. We're trying to recoup some of our winnings, some of our losses. Let's see. Yep, so it was going in, coming and going a little. Okay, still like it might not be that stable. It said it was reconnected, so I don't know if it cut you off and then it connected itself back or what. We waited too long. We waited too long. We pressing it too long. So that hurts. Yeah, my stream is like crazy. It's done like lost all of its signal. It's like super choppy now. It's like dropping frame. Well, ago it had dropped 119 after 38 minutes. And since then, it's done dropped all the way to 1100 frames like in the last 2 minutes. The last minute. So, I don't know what's happening right there. But, I don't even know what's going on with it at all. But like, it's probably done. It's probably like not going to come back on. I don't even know if it's even working now. Because it like shows that I got the signal, but it shows very unstable. Alright, maybe it's on, maybe it's not. I'm not sure. But I went terribly downhill all of a sudden real fast. It was doing real good. The stream, the SOR was doing pretty decent. And then for like the last 10 rows, it just went completely downhill. But I left the money up too long that time, so I lost another 220. Because instead of taking a couple of hits and regressing, I left it all up. So, you know, now we're in a real point to have to do a real grind back. Might be hard to do. Yeah, it's in and out. It shows that it's dropping frames way too fast, so I'm probably going to have to go in. I'm so sick of this internet that I have. I mean, I've got a connection and I've got a hard wire and it still acts up like it's doing. You know, I've got a router in the house. I've been called and got the ISP provider, the provider I use. I've upped my package, and it's still all the time. I'm having to reset the router. It's just a mess. I'm so sick of it. If there was another option in my area, believe me, I would drop this connection I have because it sucks. I can't tell you how bad I hate Max South. But if there was another option in my area, believe me, Max South would have been dropped a long time ago. Yep, you ain't lying, because them I left my bets up too long, and you see I'm not gonna have enough to do a whole bunch of grinding with now. So I'm gonna have to go, as George says, I'm gonna have to go visit the ATM. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the 1,000 from the bank. So the first marker, he calls it. And then we're going to go ahead, we've got to go ahead, and we're going to run the, we're going to go, since we have to go the 440 route, and our SRR is no worse than is still not, it's not on the come out that's getting us. It's on 2 or 3 rows, and that one was just, I left them up too long. So here we go, 3, 2, 3, 6. We're going to work the come out. Oh, I got to have a pass line, and I got to have a ATS. All right, so here we go, 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Nice route. 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. So we got one hit for 140. So we got a piece of our pie back. Not the best since we lost so much, but that's a piece of it. But we don't want to tempt the 440 too long. So we're going to take the 120 that we just made. Actually, we got to take 220 that we just made. 120 that we just made, and we're going to reduce 340 of our 440. So we're going to leave 100 of our money up. The other 140, we ain't got to leave 100 of our money up. All we got to leave is 80 of our money up, plus the 140 that we just made. So we're going from 440, and we're taking everything down to sub 80. But we're going to go and do the 220. We're going all the way down to the 220. So we went from 440 all the way down to 220, but we didn't have to leave but 80 of our dollars up. The rest of it is off the dealer side of the table. So our new point now did I hit a 6? Yeah, I hit a 6. All right. So it's not connecting there neither. So I hit a 6. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice route. I didn't let one of them go, so the dealer can't say dice count because I never let one of them go. So one, my hand hit the table and one flipped out, and I kept the pinch on the second one, so the dealer can't call a roll because I never let them both go. So reset. Nice route. 6, 4, 10. Nothing working on the outside. 6, 4, 10. We have nothing working. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. 426. 426. We hit our point, so it pays 10 on the front, and 60 gets paid 72 on the back. It's paid 72 for the $60 bet. Up here it would have got paid 70. So let's put ours. So now that we've made another 72, we basically got all of our money from this roller. We made 72 then plus this $10. So that's 82, and we only had to leave 80 up. So we've got 220 out here that's basically profit. Now we need that because we took a couple of hard hits. Alright, we took a couple of hard hits. So we got our 220 up here. So now what we want to do, we want to work the come out. Work the come out. 268. This is an on-axis primary hit. So we hit our 8. We hit a 8. It pays 70. Now we can take the whole 220 down, and that's a 220 profit. Because this $70 is still profit also, but the 220 was a profit. It was all of our money was back in our racks, plus now we're just collecting the 220. So now we can take this 70 and we can go all the way across for 64. And actually we only have to use 62 because we're going to put 10 in odd instead of 12. Alright, there we go. So now we are looking to complete. So why did my 8 not go in? Okay, so now I've marked my 8. So now we can shoot to complete the ATS. Ah, 617. Left dice exploded. 6-1. Well, we just can't get over this hurdle today. I mean, we didn't lose any money for that particular shooter. I actually made 220 from that shooter. But we can't get over this ugly today. We can't get over ugly today. So what do we do when it gets ugly? What do we do when we can't get past ugly? We can do some things like Andrew does. We can lay the back wall, or better yet, I'm going to lay 3 numbers. I'm going to lay 3 numbers, lay bets, for working to come out. I mean, we can do the Jacobs. I'm going to do a $25 ATS too. But for the come out, I'm going to lay 3 numbers. I'm going to lay the 4, the 5, and the 6 for 30 each. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to still shoot the 3, 2, 3, 6. I think Clay was giving me an all 7 set. He said throw them kind of hard. You probably won't hit the 7. All right, so I'm going to lay the 3 numbers on the come out, 30 each. Five, 3, 8. This is an on-axis single pitch, 5-3. So I hit an 8. And I can leave them lay bets up, or I can move to place bets. I mean, if I'm going to play the 3 lay strategy, usually what I'll do, especially if it's short rows like this, I will roll a few rows. Like I'm trying to hit an 8, so I might go ahead and place bet to 9, and then I might run a come bet. That way I got money steadily feeding in. That way if I put a $25 come bet and it feeds into the 5, yeah, I'm gonna knock that off. But you know, it's just, I mean, I can pull those lays now that I got past a come bet. I mean, a come out. But, you know, I don't necessarily know that my come out was the problem. But usually on short rolls, I'm not going to lay against myself. I'm going to pull that 90 back off. I'm going to do the 220 again. I just feel like I just feel like it's about time for me to. Alright, so now we got made to 8. So our new point's 8. Why is this not filling in? Alright, so we made to 8. We're looking for 8. Let's go ahead and do the 3, 2, 3, 6. We're looking for the one hit. Aces. 1, 1. That's not ideal for this dice set, but that means the left dice is doing something. If I get 8, if I get a 1 with this set on the left dice is acting up. Dice are out. And that's a double pitch. So nothing's working today. It doesn't matter what I do. Nothing is working. Well, it probably would have worked if I had just left my lay bets up instead of me swapping over to place bets. Because if I left my lay bets up, I just now would have got paid. But instead, I was going to try to swap over because I didn't want to lay against myself. Knocked it all off. Knocked 220 off. Because it's basically a 0.7 out. You get an 8, hit a 2, then you get a 7 out. So see, my SOR really sucks. 34 rows, and I got a 4.9 SOR. I mean, I would be better off in this scenario shooting random. I mean, even a random row, we're supposed to have a 6 SOR every 6 rows. Supposed to get a 7 every 6 rows, so just random rolling would be this. Alright, so here we go. Let's just do this. Let's just go for it and see if we can break the spell. It's doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden it changed and went south real fast. All right, let's get the bets on. Let's work a $10 pass line. Let's work a $25 ATS. And let's work to come out. Let's just see. Let's just go for it. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Double pitch. Boom. Knocked the come out off. It was a 4-3-7 double pitch. Knocked the come out off. That was a come out. Knocked my 440 off. Knocked my 440 off. There's my 440. There's my ATS. It pays me a front line. Wow. Alright, everything's back up. The 440 is back up. The ATS is back up. The front line paid me, so I don't have to re-up it. It already paid me. I'm gonna tell the dealer I'm not going to dice. I don't want them blue. I want that red and blue dice. I want this red and blue dice right here. 3, 2. 3, 6. That's right. 1, 5, 6. All right, so we made a hit that time. 120, 140. 120 pays 140. $120 pays 140. All right, so we made a 140. Let's leave the, we hit the 6. Let's put $100 in odds. Let's put a $10 on the 4, $10 on the 10. Let's move these down to the 220. Instead of 440. change for these black. I don't know why I put 50 right there. I mean 100 right there. I'm not going to leave it there. That 100 don't go there. This 60 goes there. All right. We'll hit the 6. All right. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. We just got to go for it now. $5, hard 10. We got $10 out there. It pays us 2 for 20. 2 for 20. 5, hard 10. Alright, 2 for 20. Let's just add 20 to that one and 20 to that one. Now we got $20 buy bets now. 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice route. 5, 4, 9. This is more of an on-axis hit. We got 50 out there, pays 70. So let's just go for it. We got to kind of go for it. We're way down in the hole. We got to kind of press some of these a time or two, and then go for it. Hopefully we can hit. We haven't hit many 9s today. That was only the second 9. 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice route. 2, 6, 8. This is an on-axis single pick. On-axis primary hit exactly. We got 50 out there, pays 70. Oh no, we got 60 out there, pays 70. All right, so now that we have took a couple of hits, I mean, we could press it for one more hit and try to collect a black. There's 80 out there. There's 40 on the 10. There's 40 on the 4, 40 on the 10. Actually, it's only 35. So there's 40 on the 4 and 40 on the 10. All right, there we go. So we hit an 8. All right. Hey, what's up, Justin? How you doing, man? All right, here we go, dice are out. That's a high release. 3, 5, 8. We made an 8. So it's 90 out there, pays 105, but that was a high release. So that pays 105. Now that we've got the 105 hit, now we can break some of this down. That we collected a black. We don't need to keep all that money out there again. I mean, we're just, just with the low SOR, we're just asking to get picked off. We're asking to get picked off. So we made an 8. Let me put that in the tracker. All right, so now, yep, I'm good. Yes, sir, thank you. So now that we need extremes, we're going to swap over to the iron cross. And we're going to do a $20 horn. We'll do a $20 horn. We're needing extremes. We're going to swap dice sets and try to complete the tall. Hopefully along the way we might get some of those low-ended extreme numbers. Dice are out. And there's a yoke. So there's one of the extremes this dice set produced. So the field gets paid 15. And the $5 horn gets paid $75. So we're going to take what's got paid in the field and we're going to place all our horn bits, and now we're up 75. We'll mark these up. So now we need the 12. We're hoping the same results are the same type of thing for this dice set. 6, 4, 6, 5. We're looking for a 12. Dice round. 4, 2, 6. This is actually an on-axis double pitch. 6, 4, 6, 5, and it produced a 4, 2. 6, 4, the 6, the 4 went there, and then the 6, 5, the 2 went there. So 6, 4, that one went backwards, and that one went forward. 6, 4, 4, 2, 6. So we made our point. 4, 2, 6. Now I've been doing this all day. This is supposed to be an odds. 30 gets paid 36, and $10 on the front line. The field and the horn get knocked out, but I'm going to replace those with part of it with the profit. And I'm going to put that up there for the horn, and then for the iron cross, I'll rack $11, and everything's back up. So I hit the 6. All right, I'm still needing the 12, so I'm going with the cross 6s, and I'm working everything on the come out. 6, 4, 6, 5. Four, 2, 6, same results, same thing. So we was working to come out. So the 30 gets paid 35. We're not going to pay ourselves. We're just going to pay. Well, I mean, it would pay us, but we re-put the field and re-put the horn. So the $30 place bet pays 35 to supply the field and the horn. Put the odds on the 6 right there. We're playing the 6, 4, 6, 5, cross 6 dice set again. Dice are out. That dice just rolled up on this edge. It was on the 6. It was just right there, and then it rocked back over. So it made the 5, 2, 7. All right, so that knocked that off. Was not able to get the 12. That would have been nice to be able to get that 12. We did not complete it. We hit the 7. But when I watched the dice, and that 2 had rolled nearly about over to the 6, and then it just didn't have enough force to complete the flip. It was halfway there, and then it just dropped back to the 2. I thought it was going to land on the 6. 5, 2, 7. 5, 2, 7. Knocked my SOR back down below average again. All right, here we go. Let's go with $10 pass line, $25 ATS. $4, working to come out. ATS money's up. Pass line money is up. Right. 3, 2, 3, 6. Nice route. 2, 4, 6. On axis, single pitch, 2, 4, 6. All right, so that's a 140. That's a 140 and made the 6. The 6 has been a hot number today. Let's take a quick look over at the stats. Let's do that. The 6 has been a hot number today. Let's look at these stats. So that 6 has been the most hit number, followed by the 8, well, followed by the 7. But the 6, 7, and 8 are inside numbers. Those are the most ones hit today. But let's go back now over and look at the gauges. So the inside hits is running a little bit below green. SOR is running way, well, it's even in the black. So that's kind of really bad. The outside hits are far and few betweens, and the 4s and 10s are very low. So things ain't as good or as great as they should be, but hey, gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. All right, so this pays 140. We want to get this money off the board. We don't want to tempt this 440 too long. I mean, I don't have a bankroll big enough to support 440 getting knocked off many times. So we're just going to go convert straight to the 220. And you got to realize 140 of that is coming from the dealer side, because that 440 just accumulated $140 profit. So we're taking and leaving 220 up. So 140 of it's for dealer profit, and then 80 off of our rack. So what we want to do is try to get 1 or 2 more hits on the 440. I mean on the 220, and then get out of that hand. That's right. 358. 358. So we hit that's a $70 winner. So right here, we can lock up $220 profit right here. See, we take everything that we just had out there. It's actually a $140 profit because 80 of it was from our side. But now we put the $140 profit up, we put our $80 that we had invested up, and we've got this $70 right here to spread all the way across. Or we can leave the 220 and put this 70 up. Now we've only got $10 of our money at risk. So now we've only got $10 of our money at risk. And I really like that I really like that one better, because we stand to make a better hit for $10 at risk. So we've got 220 bet, but it ain't but $10 of our money. So let's see if we can get another hit. $538 on axis, single pitch. So again, 60 pay 70. So now we can actually put money up, or we can just spread to the outside. So again, we're still only at risk for $10. So let's take the $10 and rack it. So now none of the money that's on the place bets or on the odds is coming off of our bankroll. All that 220, 250, whatever that is, 270, is from the dealer side. But we don't need to leave that out there too long. We do need to try to take in some of that for a profit. That's right. 426. We hit our point. So here we hit a 6. We've got 60 out there. It pays 72. All right. So now we're in a profit. All this actually right here is definitely profit, and we have a loaded board. So we're putting 50, 70, 80, $82 in our rack. We have a loaded board, and we have a couple of our numbers for the ATS. We have the 6s and 8s. That's all we have covered, but we've hit 6, 8, 8, and 6. And we was working all 4 of them rows. So again, this is dealer's money. We've already profited some money off this shooter. Our SRR is really not that much lower than our SOR. So our SRR can indicate that we can turn our bets on for the come out, so we can work them. All right, we got a 6-4-10, 6-4. So we have a new point. We've got 30 on it. So for $2, it pays us 60. For $2, it pays 60. So there's our 60. All right, so now, what do we want to do? Do we want to regress a little more and lock a profit, or do we just want to build from here? Let's put the 30 right there. Let's do the press and collect type roll. Well, actually, let's do a press and collect type roll. Let's do collect. That was actually a collect, so the next roll will be a press. And see if we can get a few more hits and then swap over to the cross sixes and finish off ATS for hopefully a hit ATS. 5-6 yo. On axis double pitch, we hit the yo. We have nothing working there. So 3-2, 3-6. Nice route. Stayed on it too long. Right dice and floated. 2-5-7. So the money that we just lost was not, we made a profit off of this shooter. And we have to look at this game as being, it's time for the house to win. So we have to be able to try to win small. We have to be able to try to have small wins along the way, as that last shooter was an example. Now, I stayed up a little too long. I probably should have pulled down a little bit sooner. All right, Robert, you have a good evening, sir. I appreciate you joining. I'm about to cut it off, too. That was a 7 out. That dropped my SOR back below 6 again, which is just terrible. But we have steadily lost money today. There's 7, 8, 9. There's 1,000. That was our marker that we got, and this is what's left out of our first $1,000. So we've only got less than 150 here. So we lost about 850 today, probably, in that neighborhood. SOR shows it too. It shows that we lost money, but this is part of it. If it wasn't part of it, I'd be doing this for a living. But this is part of it. This is just part of it. Practicing and practicing and trying to get better with it. But Justin, Robert, Ace, anybody else who might be out there, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's look at the stats right quick before I call it, and we'll see right here that frequency of number rows. The 6 was a dominant number, followed by the 8, and the SOR was measly 5.7, which is terrible. Very terrible, very, very, very terrible. But it's just what it is. We see I only hit 1 3 today. I hit 0 12s. That was all I was needing one time early in the game to get to hit a tall, but I never hit a 12. Let's see what else. Let's see. I was looking at something right here. Give me just a second. I was doing something right there. Sorry about that. Okay, so you see, I never hit a 12 all day. I only hit 2 9s, only hit 2 2s and 2 4s, only hit 3 5s. So that's very low inside hits. The SOR is really low, 5.7, which is very low. But on that note, I'm going to call it a day right there. Justin, Robert, Ace, anybody else and everybody else who might be out there, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me today. And on that note, I'm going to call it a day. And I got to edit the video because I got to take that name, that stream name out. So it's really just a live stream. But appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'm going to call it a day right there. So guys, Chili from O-Town, I appreciate you guys. Nice.